Alright, starting up the whole commission live stream here. Let's see if I can move my little sheet here. So it's currently like 7:15 here. I'm going to be doing the Facebook live sale at this link right here, facebook.com/Sean Forney Illustration. I'm going to start doing that at 8. So I'm going to work on this Hulk commission for next 15, maybe 20 minutes. And then take a quick break, get everything geared up. So if you're watching me on this channel, you need to switch over and follow my my page so you can see the live sale if you're interested in that. We're going to do a little HomeCon quarantine birthday sale. Yes, Albert, that's exactly what this is. This is the little warm-up. Get a little geared up and ready for that. Do a last-minute little promo of the birthday bash quarantine live sale. Again, if you're not yet, go over and give my page a like and a follow. We're going to go through comics, prints, original art, and take on some commission orders. So we got all the sketch covers laid out, all the books are laid out. We'll go through the portfolios, all that kind of crazy stuff. So if you're interested in that, make sure you follow the page, like the page. That way you can check it out, because it will be a different feed than what I'm currently using for this. Because this is going through my personal page and then routed out to Periscope, YouTube, and whatever the other one is. So I've been working on this Hulk off and on. I've been making dinner here. So I've been coloring Hulk, so I'm going to work on him real quick. Anybody that's watching, if you got questions or whatnot, just throw them in the comments. Try my best to give you some sort of answer, response, whatnot. But let's see. I'm using a YG03. I don't know if I can get that on camera too great. Doesn't look like it's focusing. But I'm going to go in and get some more color on the Hulk here. So again, if anybody's got any questions or whatnot, throw them in the comments. Hope everybody's surviving the quarantines that are going on, the stay-at-home orders and such. We've been making the best of it. I've been trying to catch up on commissions as well as get work done on some books. I finished up some colors on a book. If anybody saw me posting the Kickstarter for Book of Leaxia issue 3, I've been coloring issue 4. I want to say probably hit like the halfway point yesterday, or at least close to it. So we're getting that done and ready. So I'm just going through and getting a good base layer down for the Hulk. If you watched me color yesterday, this is basically going to end up being the highlight color. I'm going to go through, add some shadow tones, give it a little bit more three-dimensional look. Alright, so I got a good layer of green on there. I'm going to jump over and do the next color, go a little bit darker. And I think for that I'm going to go with a G14, which is called Apple Green. So again, anybody joining us, if you haven't yet, go over, give my page a like, a follow if you're interested in the live sale that we're going to be doing a little bit later. I'll be starting at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. So I'm using a little bit darker, I'm leaning a little bit more towards the blue than the first coat that I laid down for some shadows here. Again, anybody's got questions, feel free to ask. throw everything in the comments there if you got any questions or just want to chat, what have you. Alright, so again, I'm just going to go through and use this to add some shadow tones here, give it a little bit more three-dimensional look. Just going to spend a few minutes on this one so we can spend a little bit of time prepping for the live sale. But if anybody's new to watching me work on the commission here, I've been trying to do this almost daily. Since we're under the stay home order, I figured I'd try to provide a little bit of entertainment as well as, share my process, share what I'm working on, that kind of thing. So I'm going to go back with the YG03 and kind of smooth out a little bit of these edges here. Alright, so I'm going in rendering any areas that should be a little bit darker for the shadows and whatnot here. Filling the areas with this slightly darker, slightly more kind of a little bit more bluish green. That one was the first color I laid down, yellow green, so obviously a lot more yellow, warmer side. So I'm going a little bit cooler for the shadows. Albert, single character commission, does that include half body or 3/4? Well, the way I like to do it is basically whatever makes sense to put in the image, because like this one, this is what I usually consider like a bust. Usually stop with like the chest, shoulders. So if I'm doing any more than this, I consider it full character, because like if I was gonna do Hulk full character, I mean, you know, Hulk's head's gonna end up being this big and it can't really do a lot of detail. So, you know, depending on what the character is and what I can do with like the pose and stuff, it just kind of changes up. So I don't like to restrict it too much, because I want to do something that I feel is worthwhile. And sometimes if somebody's asking for a full character, that full character, you know, I've only got this much space. That full character gets really tiny, and it just kind of lacks anything at that point. So, but you know, if I can do a fun creative pose and kind of play with it, you know, that full character, you know, you might see basically the full character, but you know, it's going to be a, you know, dynamic, dramatic pose. So you know, you might not see every single part of the character. Hopefully that description makes sense. Gonna go back in again with the yellow green. Kind of goes over some of the areas I want to smooth out just a little bit. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Albert. It's a great question. And anybody's got questions like that, feel free to ask. And I will try to go over that again when we're doing the live sale. Alright, I'm going to go through. There's a couple of areas I want to just darken up just a little bit more. I'm going to come in with a G07 Nile Green. Again, this one's definitely leaning a bit more towards the blue. Steven, color pencils are fun. I won't use them a whole lot anymore. No, I can add a second character, so a second character is an additional $25. So kind of all the stuff I just explained, you know, I'll still try to shoot for full characters, but again, you know, you got 2 characters in the space, so, you know, you might not be seeing, you know, every square inch of the character, you know, depending on how they're posed, and, you know, they might overlap. So, you know, I'm going to try my best to give you as much as possible in the image. All right. Steven, you're the second person in the last day or so that said that same thing. It's kind of funny. Some people like it, some people hate it, dread it, whatnot. I know it can get annoying pretty quick. Should I take that back? Third person. I had 2 folks that were saying they loved the sound last night when I was working on pieces. It's just kind of funny. One said they was gonna buy an album of it. Albert, well, hey, you got plenty of time to think, and the thing that's good about what I'm doing with taking on the commissions is you'll have some time. I mean, it's not something I'm gonna get to, you know, within like the next week or anything. It's gonna go on my commission list, so it will take me some time to get to it. So if you just want to lock in a spot, we can do that. Yeah, if you want to guarantee you're getting a commission and getting on the list, we can lock you in, and then, you know, you can decide on it later on. The one thing I will say is, though, you know, if you're picking up a sketch cover, you know, at least have a general idea which cover you want to go with, just in case I don't have it, or, you know, if I run out or anything like that. But otherwise, you know, you got some time to think on some stuff. All right. Steven, it's a lot about just getting your name out there, getting the word out there, and getting this stuff in front of folks. All right. I'm gonna wrap up the haul because the little timer I set for myself is probably gonna go off here shortly. But as per normal, I'm going to throw up some photos of this commission here in a bit. The finished piece here. And then get ready for the live sell and get that launched up here in the next about the next half hour. So again, I'm gonna throw it out there. If you haven't gone and liked and followed the page, there it is. Make sure you do that. That's where the live sale will be. So yeah, thank you guys for coming in, hanging out, asking questions and whatnot. Show off Hulk one more time there. Again, go give the page a like and a follow. You might want to hit the little thing to get notifications. But we'll get the sale up and running. Hope to see some of you guys over there. And I'll be doing some more commissions the next few days and coloring some more stuff. We'll catch you guys in just a little bit. Thank you, Keith.